Hey there everyone, welcome on back to the Cars Garage. So, today I actually have here, well this is going to be the first review that we do on the channel. Hope to do quite a bit more of them down the line. But anyways, to start it off, we had none other than Piston Cup racer Murray Clutchburn. I thought this would be a nice way to start him off. Start off our review series on the Cars Garage. I usually do showcases. I unbox the car and I showcase it, but I never actually talk, so I thought we'd do that today. Make it a little bit more personable, and that way it doesn't take so much time editing it, because that's quite a pain, and then finding out information about the car. And this way I can tell you guys my thoughts on the car, rather than just loading you with information that you have to read. Now you don't have to read nothing. So anyways, yeah, we have Murray Clutchburn here today. Obviously the Sputter Stop racer, number 92, from the first Cars movie. And in the Piston Cup, obviously. And this year, actually, he's a new Thailand variant. He hasn't been released in quite a while. It's been, I think his last release was probably, I don't know, probably 2016, 15. I think his last release is the one I actually have right here. We'll get to him in a second, because he's quite a bit different now, being a new Thailand-made variant. Of course, if you don't know, Mattel switched their factories to Thailand, and they used to be China. That's why it's a different, they always look different. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, but for this guy, I actually think it looks better. Anyways, as you can see, they got it right, as seen in Cars. And we got some other cars in the back. Timothy Two-Stroke, Bugmouth McQueen, Sally, Sarge, just a regular old Purple Ramon, Donna Pitts, and Jonathan Redford. Now I really need these two. I guess technically all these three. Not eager to get Ramon, so I already have so many of him. These two are new variants for me. I didn't have Donna previously, so that's pretty cool. I already had Jonathan. And luckily I've been able to find all the other four of them. Nothing too exciting there. I don't know why I'm talking like a hillbilly. There we have the Mattel logo there. It's kind of been translated from the packaging last year. You may not know, but I'm not a huge fan of this package design. I kind of wish, I was hoping it would get changed in 2023. But that's not happening. Mattel decided to keep the same package for next year. But I guess there's an upside to that, because now I don't have to buy as many cars, which is, I guess, good for the wallet. But anyways, yeah. I actually have not one, but two Murrays here. I picked this one up on Walmart.ca, and this one I actually found in the store a couple weeks ago. I know it's October, or no, it's November now, November 11th today, and I'm just now getting around to reviewing this guy, to actually opening him, because I only just found him a couple weeks ago. I can't believe it. A lot of people got this guy way back in like February, March. He was supposed to be out last Christmas, because he was in Case A, I believe, of 2022 singles. And yeah, this is so far the only place you can get this guy. Who knows, he could be released in a 2-pack in the future or something like that. He may even be re-released for 2023. Don't get your hopes up, because it's the same old packaging as before. So, since I was able to get two, this one's on a bad card, as you can tell. The scrunch there. Oh, it crunches down there. And it's actually got a cracked blister. So we're going to go ahead and open them. Yeah, let's open them right now. So now we have Murray all out of his nice little plastic prison there. Looking very cool looking, in my opinion. I think it looks way better than the Chinese variant, but we'll get to that in a little. I wanted to show you a rundown of him first, all his decals and everything. I think it's important to tell y'all what Sputter Stop actually is in the world of cars. Now what it is kind of like, I guess, an antifreeze for your windshield wipers, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, right here on the hood, we have the nice little logo there. Cold engine relief. So I guess that's what it is. That pretty much sums it up. I guess oh yeah, antifreeze goes in the engine, right? I don't know, I'm not really a car guy. I'm just a car diecast guy. But, you know me. Anyways, we have the number 92 there. Obviously not real headlights, because race cars don't have real headlights, because the track is always lit. But I do want to point out one mistake here, and it's not really the Thailand one, it's both of them. I'm gonna show the artwork there. There we go. The grill is supposed to be all black, but this one has a gray around it. And it really should have 3 lines in the middle. But oh well, I mean, at least they fixed the color scheme, they didn't fix the grill. Very cool orange, white, teal design here. Very cool to see the contingency sponsors right there. Nitro Aid, piston cup, revolting, octane gain, hood springs, Vitaline, no stall, gaskets, Gasprin, easy idle, RPM, little torquey pistons, leakless, retread, and clutch aid. Wow, that's a lot. Hard to read because these decals aren't the clearest. And that is the kind of the loss with Thailand cars, or one of the cons, I guess. Is usually the decals are pretty blurry, but most people, the kids, it doesn't really matter. But to me, it definitely looks a little annoying to have them so blurry. This one's actually not too bad. I mean, I just come to expect it at this point. He does have plastic window bars. That back window there isn't plastic. And on the back, it says 92 Sputter Stop Cold Engine Relief. And I like how they actually have a nice little slogan there. You're catching cold in my draft. That's pretty cool. Usually that's not something that is translated onto the next gen. And we'll get to the other generations of Sputter Stop racers in a little bit. I'll show you guys everything about the Sputter Stop team that I have. I even have a hauler, believe it or not. We have the nice logo on the back there. Little screws to, well, painted on screws to hold the spoiler in place. I really like the color combination on this guy. That's kind of the problem with the old Sputter Stop racer, is it was kind of missing that. I feel like the colors were so much darker. It just kind of drowned them out. And it just doesn't look as good. Here it looks much better, so I'm pretty surprised Thailand actually made a better car than China did. Because usually China makes better cars than Thailand, but in this case, I would say no, because they fixed the color scheme. And on the front there, on the top, another logo, 92. Pretty cool. On top, he's just completely orange and white. I guess orange is his primary color, because you can tell on the bottom, clearly that was the prime color. It's all orange on the bottom, and inside too, you can even see. But on the old one, we'll get to that in a second. I know I keep kind of like foreseeing it. But yeah, it's all orange, so it's kind of weird that they changed it, because it used to be teal. On the bottom, you have the big Mattel logo, P48A, that's the date stamp. I think that means the 48th week in 2022 at the A factory. Or would that be 2021? Because if this guy came out in 2022, he's probably made last year. But actually, yeah, I guess this is a later release then, because that is 2022, I believe. But anyways, finally, we have the original Chinese-made, what's his name? Clutchburn, of course. So you can just tell how different he looks right off the bat. I mean, definitely worth buying, I would say, out of any Thailand variant, because I know a lot of people don't buy them. I never used to, not even last year, but this year, for some reason, oops, I got a my hair there from my dog. This year, for some reason, I am. I don't know why. I've been going crazy this year trying to buy one of every car, which is not something I usually do, but I guess it's because this year I have an actual really nice room. I made a wall where I can hang them all on, and I don't know, I'm just trying to complete the whole year. There's not that many cars anyways, but probably 70, so it's definitely doable. But yeah, main difference is really just the colors. The decals also just are lightened up, but they're pretty well the same. The grill is different, but unfortunately it's not accurate. As you can tell, it's still definitely lighter. All the decals are really just lighter. Yeah, same expression. Well, I guess slightly different expression there. You can see a little more, I guess, more humped upwards rather than downwards, which is cool. But that's kind of how they all are. I think they're trying to make the same expression. See the sides there, side view. All the decals are the same. It's nothing like that. Really, the only difference is in the clarity of the decals and the color scheme, of course. Like I mentioned probably 15 times now. Anyways, I think the windows are a little bit different too. Would you call them opaque now, before they were clear? I think that's the way Thailand does it. I think they're called opaque. Oh, and look at that, I almost missed that. Probably one of the biggest differences of all is the color of the eyes. They went from brown to blue, and luckily, can see on the artwork there. Let me try to zoom that in there. There we go. They are supposed to be blue, so that is another upgrade. 2 big upgrades on this new updated Murray Clutchburn. Now, you may be thinking, well, I already thought Murray Clutchburn had a Thailand release last year. Now we can't get it clear. There we go. There. But actually, no, you'd be wrong, because that was Murray Clutchburn. But it was this version of Murray Clutchburn. His Cars 3 version. So yes, there is 2 variants of Murray Clutchburn from different parts of his life there in his racing career. This one's obviously from 2006. This one here is from 2016 or 17, either year works. Obviously, this is the Cars 3 version of Murray, and this is the Cars 1 version. I never understood this. Why 6 out of the, how many? 42, I think, racers? 6 of them from Cars 1 were translated over to Cars 3. Very odd. And they're not even the same model, as you can tell. Completely different models. I forget what the name of these models are called. But, I mean, they're just insane different. This is clearly like an 80s, 90s, very boxy car. And this is, you know, pretty early 2000s, 2010 looking car. And it just, I mean, not at all the same. I don't know why. That's Pixar, not Mattel. That is all Pixar who got to design this guy, and I just don't understand why they made him the same. Like, did he go through a surgery to get that new look? I mean, I didn't think that was possible in the world of cars, but I don't know. And that's the case. McQueen could have done the same thing, so he could beat Jackson Storm in Cars 3. But, anyways, I should probably put him this way, because it shows the nice generations of Sputter Stop racing. Really, though, the main difference on this guy, I would say, is more like the 3D effect to the decals, because he's actually one of the most similar looking Piston Cup racers, I would say, from the 2 stock cars at least. The next gen, that's where it gets really different. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it's really just more of a gradient. Of course, now he has teal rims, which is cool. 92 still has that number. But really, all the decals are in the same spot. I think the position of the white and the orange lines, I guess, are slightly different. I thought they were the same. They are kind of different, though, I guess. And the back, it actually kept the slogan, which is pretty rare. They don't do that too often. They're catching cold in my draft. They added number 92 on the bottom, as it used to be up there. And now, another difference is he now had... can we zoom that in? There we go. He now has the little camera there, because this is 2016 now, so I guess racing cameras are more popular then. They didn't really have them before. Actually, that's not true. They did have them before in 2006. They just didn't put them on the diecast, because I remember they had one on good old Winford, Bradford, Rutherford. Now this side's the exact same, so I won't bother showing it. On the top, it's all orange rather than white and orange. A little different there. I always liked Murray Clutchburn. I don't have the Thailand version of him. I didn't bother getting it. I thought it wasn't that different. And like I mentioned, I didn't really collect Thailand variants last year. But anyways, here is the next gen. This is obviously Sheldon Shifter. Very cool. It's actually one of my favorite next gens of all time. I just love the brown, the teal, and the white. Definitely my favorite Sputter Stop racer. As much as I like this version of Murray, I gotta say, Sheldon Shifter definitely wins, in my opinion. I think he's just a little bit nicer looking, because I really like brown. Especially brown and teal. It reminds me of mint chocolate. That's, I guess, the main reason. And the white just really helps complete it. The pureness of the white. But he's completely different. It's almost hard to compare them, because it's like comparing apples to oranges. They're just completely different. But he kept with his number 92. And he kept with the same brand, obviously, Sputter Stop. I was going to say same logo, but that's not true. The logos are quite different. Same text, though, I guess the same on the Sputters. On Sputter, that is the same text, I guess you could say. But the stop, the word stop is a little bit different in the text there. Putting it back there, but yeah, I just love the way Sheldon looks. It's actually inaccurate that his spoiler is teal and white. It should be brown, I believe. But that is your Piston Cup Sputter Stop racing team right there. I'm actually filming this right now. We're filming it on top of my dresser, so I'm going to try to open the drawer underneath because I got something in here I want to show you. Alright, so here we have it. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is Dan Holland, the Sputter Stop semi hauler. Now this was released in 2018, I believe. And if you can guess which Sputter Stop racer he actually correlates to. What is that nice grill there? Nothing, I guess. Well, this is actually Murray Clutchburn's, so that's pretty cool. I didn't actually, the whole time I was filming this, I thought this went for Murray, that version of Murray, but no, this is for the Cars 1 version of Murray, which is pretty cool. Very cool, actually. That is your Sputter Stop racing team. I don't have any other ones. I don't think there is any other ones that are available. I believe that's all. Usually there are the pitties and the whatever else, you know, pitties and the crew chiefs, and usually we have a trailer to put on the semi cab, but not this one. He was just released, as you can tell in the back here. There's no hole, which means he was only available as a deluxe. But that is all I got for today. Thank y'all for watching this first review on the Cars Garage. Many more to come. Alright, y'all, well, let me show you a little sneak peek of what's to come. Here we have the King, obviously, number 43, Dynaco. Here's Ralph Carlo of Little Torquey Pistons, number 117. Mr. Dave Alternators of Revolting, number 84. And good old Hall-in Gas Racing for Retread, number 79. Very cool. I already did showcases on a lot of those, except for the King. But I would like to do a review of them sometime in the future as well. I think it's necessary. I'll zoom the camera down. And here we have our good buddy, Murray Clutchburn. Anyways, thank y'all for watching this review. First one here on the Cars Garage. Many more to come. And I'll see you guys next time for the next one. And let's say hoorah!